Cool. We are live. Welcome back. Episode 2 of the Forecast Golf podcast. We are here. We're back. We had a week off last week due to some emergency situations in homes, but we are back. I'm Ross. There's Dave.
Hi, you're right.
And Craig's here as well.
Hello, mate.
How are we doing, boys?
Yeah, I mean, I've been better, but I'm all right.
Yeah. If anyone saw your tweet about taking kids to nursery and having to pay for the diseases they bring home, Dave, yeah.
Oh, it's been dreadful. Like, I'm pretty sure she gave me COVID here, and then she got hand, foot, and mouth.
Oh, that's the worst. Mate. That is awful.
And she had her first bout of nits as well last week. All in the space two nursery visits, I think that happened. So yeah, nursery might just be homeschooling from now on.
Yeah,
I mean, mate. You still got to pay your fees.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, paying for the privilege. It's,
do it yourself.
Really, yeah.
How are you, Craig? You all right?
Yeah, I'm all right, thank you. Sun today. I think that is
it was lovely, wasn't
made me a happy man.
I was stuck at work thinking, God, can I get around in tomorrow? I'm off tomorrow. Like, who else is free tomorrow? Can I go and play on my own? Like, can I get out? Yeah, I think I might go and play 9 tomorrow. I played at the weekend, but Craig, you've played last week?
Yep. Yeah. Played in a scramble. It was good fun. It was my first round. I mean, I played the course I've just joined a lot, but this is my first round as a member, and got together with a few lads that I met the week before, and
nice.
we did this Florida scramble, which was I mentioned it last time, which is if your shot is taken, you're not allowed to take the next one all the way to putting effectively.
Right.
And it was great fun, but I felt like we were behind the 8 ball a little bit, looking at some of the other teams and their score coming in. I think we ended up net only about 4 under, which isn't good enough really to win. But there was a group of lads that probably averaged out about a handicap of 2, and they were gross 12 under par on what might have been the wettest course I've ever seen in my life. So I didn't have the distance to play that game. They were unreal.
It's been so wet. Yeah, I played Sunday and I just got so muddy. Every shot, losing balls in the middle of the fairway because I was getting plugged. Like, what?
Yeah, it's not fair.
It's too wet. No, it's awful. Yeah, a really nice shot, but yeah. What I want though, Craig, what's in the bag? What are you starting the year with?
Oh well, thanks to Dave. A couple of years back actually, for my 40th, I upgraded. So let's go irons to start with, because to be fair, the most important things. I think people will go down the driver route, and I upgrade my driver quite a bit. But down the irons route, so I've got P790 irons, thanks to the good people at SE Golf.
Well, it must be the anniversary of this coming up, because you were booked in for a fit-in the day we went in. Yeah, I've got called in early to have our daughter, and you were booked in for a fit-in the day we got called in, and I had to get someone else to come and cover it. So and my daughter's birthday is next week.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
So it must be basically 2
years old.
Nice.
2 years old. So there you go. The most important thing is that my golf clubs are 2 years old. Thanks, Dave. I don't, bless you, but no, I've got P790s. My wedges are MG4s. So I mean, you're going to go down the line. I've got tailor-made here basically. So let's go up. So wedges are MG4s. I've got a tailor-made Spider putter, the same one that Rory and Scotty Scheffler used. Makes me the same player, clearly.
Yeah, I think every tournament this year has been one with a
Spider,
but one.
Oh, really?
In the PGA Tour, yeah.
Changed my game. I've also got a Stealth 2 3-wood. I've got the new QI 4. Is it 4D or 40, Dave?
4D.
4D. There we go. QI 4D 7-wood, which I've just paid for. And just to top it all off, I haven't got a tailor-made driver though. I've got the Callaway Quantum in the bag. Okay. And I was gutted for my OCD. I'm truly gutted, but at the same time, I didn't get on with the new driver from them, and it was my own thing. I developed a nasty snap hook And for some reason, whatever setup they tried when they fitted me, I couldn't for the life of me get that sorted.
Right.
And the only one that really worked for me was two. The new Cobra worked, but it felt too light.
Yeah.
Regardless of what they put in it, the new Cobra, it felt nice off the face, but I really struggled with any kind of dispersion. But the one that worked for me was the Quantum, and I've never got on with Callaway, so this is a first for me. I kind of went into this fitting going, nah, this isn't going to work for me at all. And then this Quantum came up and hit the furthest, and everything was close together. So what can you do?
Well, one of our viewers on YouTube, our friend Chasing Pass, he says he's not a fan of the TaylorMade branded clubs at all.
Sorry, no. It's I just, for some reason, it's just something I've always got on with TaylorMade. I think my first set of decent irons that I got were aero burners, and since then it's kind of worked for me. But I know guys, hopefully they're listening in now, that they only use Callaway. They're obsessed with it. I don't want to use anything other than Callaway. Callaway is the way forward. I genuinely. So when I got fitted with the irons at Dave's place, it was purely I don't care what the brand is. It's just got to fit my game. And big part of and Dave will probably have to talk to this more than me, but it's just making sure that you're slotting in the distances at the right number. That's the main thing. Is you're mapping your bag in the right way.
Yeah.
And for some reason, TaylorMade, other than the driver in this case, has always just been that thing that works for me.
Each to their own. I mean, I've literally just got my new clubs this week, my Callaway XR Pros, and it's just not a set of irons, but they just felt better than what I've been using. Like, they're slightly bigger. I think they're 3/4 of an inch longer than my current ones, but as we mentioned in the last podcast, being a very tall guy, that extra length actually helped. Yeah. And having the 3 and the 4 iron, I've never had those. I've always used the hybrids before, and I've never really got on with the hybrids. It's something my brain just can't comprehend. It feels like a wood, but it's an iron type club. It just didn't work. But I was hitting some nice 4s at the weekend, so I'm looking forward to using them more. That kind of brings us on to one of our topics this week, actually: woods versus hybrids. There's a 7 iron that you boys have been 7 wood, sorry, that you guys have been using.
7 wood, yeah. I mean, Dave, I want you to have a crack at this first before I kind of give you my insight, because you obviously you fitted people and stuff. I just found it works for me, but you crack on.
Yeah, so I've for a few years now I've been like, whenever I do a fit, I'm never telling people what they should have. That's the first thing I think. If you have a fit and someone goes, you should be in this, or like this is the club for you, like just find someone else, because I think my job is to help you decide, not for me to decide for you. Like if someone goes to me, like what's better, I can probably go, look, the numbers might be slightly better on this or whatever, but I think narrowing it down. So I would never tell someone to get a wood over a hybrid, but for me, I think just woods are so much more versatile. I think there's just so much more. Versatile's maybe not in the right word, because obviously hybrids is as versatile as it gets, but I think a wood is just better in so many more situations that you're going to use it. I think a hybrid, for me personally, when I sit a hybrid behind the bar, I don't like the look of it at all. They're small, they're just a bit of a weird shape. I don't know, just never liked the shape of them, never liked anything about how a hybrid sits. Where I get a wood behind it, I feel so much more confident, a bit more of a head there. Whether it's coming from the fairway, rough, anywhere on the course, I feel more confident with a wood in my hand. And I think, especially if you get the right sort of, for me, I've got like about as traditional a bag as it comes. I've got a 3 iron in my bag. I've got a 5 wood in my bag. It's just very old school standard bag I've got. I've got a 5 wood rather than a 7 wood like Craig's got, but it's the same sort of thing, really. It's the same sort of idea. It's just, for me, it's just where the gap sort of fit with the 5 wood. I'm still playing last year's TaylorMades. I've got the tall version in the 3 wood for a bit more distance, but then in the 5 wood, I've got the sort of the standard model, the easier to hit one. Yeah. Just for something launches a bit higher. I think that's a big thing. I think the launch with a fairway wood compared to a hybrid is just so much easier with a fairway wood. And I think for most golfers out there, something that launches easier is just always going to be better. And that's why I would always lean towards fairway wood over hybrid. Like for some people, they just love their hybrids. You know, you'll see people out there with essentially a bag full of them. It just works for some people, but I think more people would benefit from having a 5 wood, a 7 wood. So got a comment here, and a 9 wood. You know, any of those sort of things, I think definitely worth doing and trying over a hybrid sometimes, because I just think there's more face there for a start. You know, for a lot of people that helps. But I just think
it's a mental thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it definitely is. I think just the confidence you get of a wood behind a ball just looks so much better than a hybrid to me, anyway. And
I've never heard of a 9 wood before, by the way. Sorry, what what is that replacing?
That'll be
a 6 iron.
24 degrees. Is that a 9 wood?
Okay. I love my 6.
But yeah, 24 degrees. Yeah. I'll be honest, you see more of them in like ladies' bags and stuff than you do in like men's bags on the whole.
Or
yeah. You see more in them like lighter shafts and that sort of thing. But they're around.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, my 7 started in because I can't hit a 4 iron. I mean, that's where I'm at with it. And we mentioned last time, my golf course is Dogleg City. So what I'm really trying to do off a lot of these, especially if I'm trying to play, a medal round, I'm just trying to put it in position. And there's no point sometimes in just taking out your driver and hitting it as hard as you can. I don't believe that anyway. You've got, if you want to start making decent scores, you've just got to get in position off the tee and then work it out from there. Even if it's, it's a longer path four and you're thinking, right, it's probably easier to go three and get close and 1 putt, or take your medicine and take a 2 putt. I just think it's better to be in position. And so far, I mean, obviously I've had 1 round with it and a lot of trips to the range and virtual golf, but it just seems to be one of those things I get out of the bag and step up and hit it and feel like I'm confidently going to hit it, 210 in the middle of the fairway. That's what it's there to do for me.
Yeah, fair play. Yeah,
I think what you're saying there is a big thing, is confidence.
Yeah,
if you just feel like you're going to hit that club, everyone sort of has that one club, don't they? And if you found it as like that 7 wood, then it's the dream club, because if your driver's not going well one day, that's reliable then, don't you? You're not going to be too far off, sort of thing. That's so big.
That's one of the biggest things I've found over the last year playing is if my driver's not working, and more often than not it just goes miles right, I'll just hit a 5 iron and I'll lay up and I'll just know and I can hit my next shot from the middle of the fairway rather than being 20 yards into the rough. Yeah. It's getting that ego thing out of your head, I think, a little bit.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah. I do agree. I think I wish I'd done it years ago. Genuinely, but it wasn't really a thing. Like, I think it's become really a thing recently. Like, the rise of a lot of these kind of influencers with club reviews saying about this is the way to do it. And I think I tend to listen more to probably better players around the club that tell me that this is the way forward. And I thought, well, let me try it, and it's part of the fitting. It's just the confidence thing I think is the main thing, but at the same time, you've still got to be hit it properly in the first place. The reason I don't like my 4 iron is I hit it twice and ended up, taking off my wrist because it was that painful. So, there's an element of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's move on, shall we? Let's move on to a bit of a naughty boy, John Rahm. He is his Ryder Cup place is under threat, Dave, is it?
Yeah, well, I think at the moment, if it was this year, I don't think he'd be allowed to play.
Wow. So he owes £3 million in fines. Is it due to his participation in LIV?
Yeah. So the DP Tour, well, I think pretty much from when LIV started, handed out fines for anyone playing.
Yeah.
At LIV, they still allowed players to play, didn't they, on the tour? But there were fines basically, I think, every time they played a LIV event.
Yeah.
From this year, they've decided to cancel those fines. From now on, no one's going to have to pay any fines. But people who had fines in place had to pay them, basically, to be eligible to. I assume play on the tour. I don't actually know that part. I assume to be able to play DP events at all. Yeah. I'm assuming they're not going to let Rahm play until he pays the fines from here, but I don't actually know that part. I'm just assuming that's the case, but
yeah.
I think I remember what Patrick Reed. Sorry, I haven't bring that guy up again. So what Patrick Reed was saying was when he was kind of holding out from paying his fines to start with, is that he has a lifetime membership to the DP World Tour, and maybe that takes precedent. I don't know what the rules are, but
Yeah.
I think it's more about what happens around these extra tournaments where they don't have precedent, where they have the ability to, they're not necessarily going to get into the team, or potentially could do now for what ranking points, but there's certainly going to be a legacy issue there, isn't there? I think it's a legacy thing rather than a money thing. You just pay your bloody money. You've been paid all those millions, and it's all, maybe he's been told to. I don't know what the situation is, but it just feels like a really stupid thing to do.
Yeah, Tyrrell Hatton paid his fine. It was just over 2.5 million, and some of the other names as well. They're not the big names, but it was 8 other players.
Rahm and Hatton are the big two, though, aren't they? Really, that have got the fines.
Yeah, like Elvis Smiley won the first LIV event of the year, but yeah, he's one of the sort of the newer names. But yeah, Jon Rahm potentially missing the Ryder Cup is a major blow to Europe.
Yeah, I think just even away from the team, even away from everything, I think it's just people view him want to watch Jon Rahm play, don't they? It's I think just for everyone involved, it would be a bad thing, and I can't believe they won't work it out in the end. But
yeah, you feel like they're going to. They have to, really. Speaking of LIV and Jon Rahm's current home, we had the Adelaide event a few weeks back, didn't we? A week ago now, and one of the greatest final rounds of all time, I think, from Anthony Kim.
I mean, definitely up there. It
was an incredible final round. The back nine as well. I think there was 5 or 6 birdies in there to just overcome Rahm. I think DeChambeau lost it himself, didn't he? He had 4. He was 4 over the first 9.
Yeah, just a massive bottler, isn't he?
Yeah, he played himself out of that one. What a story.
Sure, it was someone else's fault. But I was delighted with him. I mean, he was on a heater, wasn't he? But it's a nice story. He's clearly had some problems. We've only got to see the state of his Achilles to know how difficult that was. I can only imagine your feet are in the same position, Dave. But he looked, to go from not playing at all to and consistently coming last in these competitions to going on that, and doing it having just joined a team proper, like not just kind of doing this as an invitation. It's just a nice story to have. And then fair play to at the end, kind of calling out everyone that had a go at him.
I really like that. You counted me out, like F you, like I can still do this.
Like I think it's fair enough to have counted him out, man. You know what I mean? Like the bloke basically gave up golf for some insurance money, didn't he? Really, in the end, it was like he obviously could have been playing. It's he managed to find a way back when the money got there, didn't he? But it's I think it's fair enough for people doubting him a little bit.
What are his fines going to be? Probably not deeply on tour mine, but still.
So yeah, it was 5 under, 4 under, and 9 under round 4. Jon Rahm's 4 under, 9 under for the second round, which put him into a really, really strong driver's seat. But a final round just 1 under, just couldn't seem to get it going. He lost by 3 shots in the end. DeChambeau's final round was 2 over, so yeah, he really lost to himself, didn't he?
That tournament is great though, and I think if LIV is going to really end up thriving at all, it's going to be based on tournaments in there. The UK ones seems pretty big.
Yeah,
you get big crowds there. It's not these dead tournaments in it's pretty much all the US ones are pretty dead.
Yeah,
the ones in Saudi Arabia, the nighttime one, it looked like there was about 20 people there, and I think most of them were probably staff. It was I can't believe they won't end up doing more in Australia. Getting another event there and stuff.
Yeah,
that's where they're gonna live, isn't it?
Concept around that Saudi Golf, playing a bit of nighttime, and probably it's the only place that's set up to do it. Saudi or Abu Dhabi or something like that. I think obviously
Turkey, you could probably do it, couldn't you? And there's a few there.
So I think it's a really nice place to really ideal to do it, but obviously there just isn't the take up in that country. I think the thing about Adelaide have kind of bought into the Australia and Fore really, but the week after obviously waste management or WM or whatever you want to call it, being that the timing is really, really good, because obviously if it was the same week, maybe they probably it would lose out a little bit. I really like watching the waste management. I think because it was so close to it, two good fun golf tournaments in a row, obviously different tours. I think there's a lot of people that buy into the fact that there is a little bit of fun. I know you're saying about dead tournaments though. I think this time of year I really enjoy this next bit. Maybe not next week, and we'll get into that later, but I really enjoy like watching last week in LA. I like watching the Arnold Palmer. I like watching the players. Like this is the old, obviously take away LA and Arizona, but the Florida swing time I quite enjoy that time of the year. And then obviously it's just that build up into the Masters. That's why
it's ramping up, isn't it?
But the bit between the Masters and I guess it's probably the PGA. That feels like one time to me. That's when I feel like it's a bit like, right, we've had the peak and now it's just kind of slowly going down after that point until you get back to the Open, and then then it's back at this peak.
Well, that's when LIV can really step in. So they've got between those two, they've got one in Virginia at Trump National. A lot of their courses, the American courses, are the Trump ones, but fine. They're playing Andalusia in Spain, and then they've got the one in the UK as well, the JCB Golf Country Club. So there's events there that can keep people sort of, if you want to watch more golf, there's plenty more options there for you.
Some good fun courses. JCB is a great fun course from what I've seen.
Yeah.
Some good. They have chosen some good courses. Unfortunately, it's not, not the most well-known ones. And I think, but equally at the same time, they pick good fun ones at the same time.
Yeah. So there's lots of things out there for people to watch. You don't have to just watch one or the other. Like I said, we're ramping up, aren't we now? So we had the Genesis last week. Jacob Bridgman won it by one shot. I thought Rory was going to do it. He just had a really, really steady weekend, and he was just there or thereabouts.
Putter went cold. I think that was really
which is weird with how it finished for him, wasn't it, with the putter? But that whole round. Yeah.
I didn't see many people making putts. I think as it dried out, which naturally happens there, it just got a bit lumpy and bumpy. They clearly not had the time to do what they wanted to do on the greens and really flatten them out because of the amount of rain that they had Wednesday, Thursday last week. And I think there was you could just see that, it's like sometimes like playing on your home course. No, you're not that bad, but the home course in the summer, you're going to get one that's left the floor a little bit off the face. And that's not anyone's fault. That's just Mother Nature. They kept saying it, and I think where he was draining everything on Friday, by the time Saturday hit, it was like a completely different putter. Like everything else was working for him, but he just couldn't knock in a putt even from 5 feet. So a friend of mine said, if you probably counted up the combination of all of his putts and how much they missed by, it would have been less than probably about 2 feet. Of course, all over the course of that. But so he's probably 2 feet away in total away from winning that by 4 or 5 shots.
Yeah,
nothing dropped. Not one thing dropped.
It's a killer, isn't it? That that's the bit that should be the easy bit. Is that putting? That should be the easiest part of the game, but when it's not on, it's just not on.
Riviera's great. I mean, it missed out last year, obviously, because of the fires, but it's one of my favourites. And you managed to say about playing JCB. I'd love to play Riviera. I'd like to play the first at Riviera. That's the hole that I want to do. I think. Actually, just give me that. It's like playing on a driving range at Topgolf. Just give me that ability to try and smash one in the fairway, which will never happen. But I think it's a course that I'd like to play. Never will have the chance, of course. But
we'll have a little out in there one.
Yeah, why not? Let's make this a big thing, and we can.
When this is massive, we'll have a little trip out there.
We'll have a golf day. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Have you got any dream courses, Dave? Anything that would immediately spring to the top of the list?
I mean, most of them are the obvious ones. You know what I mean? Like, your Sawgrasses, your Pebble Beaches, all those little places. Like, I've really not played any golf in Scotland. Like, it's I always find Scotland hard because that Chasing Pars there, he's Scottish, I believe, isn't he? I find it hard because like plan a trip to Scotland when you can go to like, I don't know, lots of places. Go south and go for the weather, or you go to Scotland and risk it. You can pay out money and it be rained off or whatever. You can go to like, I don't know, Turkey or wherever, and it's guaranteed sun. I'd always just choose that option, to be honest. But there's so many good courses around, isn't there? Like it's
I played golf with Jason Barnes in Scotland last year. I literally got a 9-hour train to Scotland for work. And then when I got there, I messaged him and said, "Are you playing?" He said, "Yeah." So we went out. I didn't play that day, but I just walked the course with him. And it's not a fantastic course. It's his local course. And it's like he's a member somewhere else. But that course was just nice. And we played it the next day as well. And yeah, some of the ones in Scotland, like they've got some of the best in the world, haven't they? So yeah, but like you say, you do always run that risk of
golf courses in Scotland, like the cricket pitches in Surrey and Sussex. It's like it's the village thing. Like you can walk into a village and there's a 9-hole on the village green. Like it's weird. And I've been to Scotland a couple of times to watch golf, but never to play it. But yeah, it's there you go. You are very much blessed with great golf courses and. Getting the train out from Paisley out to Troon last year and just going past every single. I'd like to play that. I'd like to play that. And they were just bog standard golf courses, but they looked incredible.
Yeah. You compare that to a bog standard one sort of near us, like a normal just pay and play. You think, oh, okay, yeah,
not the same.
It's a bit better.
Not the same. I don't fancy myself getting that many of those bunkers up there. That's a good thing.
Should we move on, Dave? We're going to do a little picks competition, aren't we?
We are, yeah.
Sort of across the pods.
Sorry. Yeah, we're gonna keep it up through the year. Gonna make a pick each week. Did we decide if we're just gonna are we just gonna be able to pick on once and that's it? Are we gonna stick with that?
Or one person to win?
No, as in like if I pick, I don't know, whoever this week. I'll pick Ross Bell to win this week. We can't pick him again for the rest of the year, yeah?
Oh, okay, yeah.
I like that spreadsheet, right? Because my brain doesn't work that well.
Yeah, I'll keep it. Yeah, I'll keep track. And then points is going to be how much like prize money they win that week, isn't it? So if I don't know what the winner gets this week. It's not the biggest tournament, is
it? Not huge.
Probably a bit of a smaller one, but whatever that your person wins. That's what you get as your points, and then whoever has the most prize money at the end of the year.
Millions of points.
Big money on the players, then. That's right.
Yeah, we'll have to work out what we'll do for the FedEx Cup and stuff because it just comes down to the Tour Championship basically. The whole year we pick every week, and then someone doesn't get a single point, and then just wins the Tour Championship or something. But,
Helps Martin's dog story.
Yeah, that's what they want.
It's handicap, isn't it? So yeah. Whoever's going to pick that, he'd probably be like Tommy Fleetwood last year.
Yeah, we'll work something out for that though nearer the time. But we're going to pick someone each week. And go from there.
Okay, so we've got the Cognizant Classic this week in Palm Beach. It's a $9.6 million purse for the overall for the top sort of guys. So
yeah, it's a bit of a weaker field, isn't it? This one, it's not. We've seen some strong fields to start the year out.
Yeah, there's no mega names. There's a couple of bigger names at the top. I'm looking at the betting. I don't know if that's cheating, but that's going to help me, I think. I'm going to go first. I'm going to throw his name out here first, and I'm just going to stick my flag in Shane Lowry. I'm going to go big old Shane to win this one.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough, isn't it? He's probably the biggest name in the field, I guess. You've got the Boygards. There's not massive names, is there? There's not.
Brooks is back. He's in this one.
Yeah. Not huge names for what has been a pretty big tournament in the past, but I think just where it falls now, behind those sort of two big events before it, maybe suffers a little bit because of that.
And you've got the Arnold Palmer coming up the week after as well, and that's a much bigger sort of. It's got bigger names anyway in the field.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm going with Shane. Craig, what do you reckon?
Well, I was going Shane. So, and to be fair, this might work in my favour because when it comes to the UK golf later, I might have a bit to throw at Shane at that point.
Fair,
so I'm going to go with the guy who's done all right the last few weeks. He looks like he's kind of, he's finding his feet. And I'm going to go with Michael Thorbjornsen as a pick. Just because he just feels like he's been thereabouts. He's one of those guys that you kind of see on the odd random highlight on a Sunday that's kind of in that second or third tier. And I feel that this is probably one of those ones without those top tier lads playing that he might just kind of creep up to the top. So
you can get a 20-1 for him in the top 12 places.
That's my kind of odds.
That's pretty good. That's not bad.
What was Lowry, 11?
He's 11 for top 12, 18 to win.
Right, so,
on Dave.
do you mind? So I'm going. I'm always about someone who likes the course, someone who knows the course well. That is always my first sort of look when I'm looking at these things, because I think we see it so many times. Some of these courses players that play terrible and then get to a certain course and play well again. So I'm going with the person who we're playing at his home course. He's played it so many times. He's not had the best start to the year, but I think he's a superstar in the making. I'm going Luke Clanton. I think he's 60-1 or something to win the tournament. I know he's a bit high in odds.
125 to win.
125 is he? Okay, there you go.
60 to top 12 it. So should we count top 12s, or are we going to go just for winning?
Well, we'll just take the points, won't we? We'll take the prize money, So whatever they make, we'll do it. But okay. Yeah. I suppose that is a bonus for winning, isn't it? Because they're going to get a fortune for winning. Yeah. So we'll go with I'll go with Luke Clanton. Yeah, he played here. It's his home course, so he knows the course probably better than anyone playing out there. Yeah. Which is just such a massive advantage, isn't it? PGA National. It's a pretty good course out there. It's definitely one to know. I actually know somebody who played. It's also their home course, and they went to college. I think they're finished now, but
really,
yeah, it's a pretty good course to have your home course at college, isn't it? But Luke Clanton for me, home course. I think he's a star in the making. So yeah, I think this might be his week.
We get a pick.
Shout to some people.
Yeah,
Aaron Rye and Thirlwell.
Aaron Rye, and Thirlwell. Either of those, you reckon?
Yeah, they could. Aaron's always thereabouts, isn't he? Can't have him 2 gloves though. Not in the heat.
No. The 2 gloves just mean 2 gloves for me. Just no.
He's one of those guys that you probably got to put a bet on quite happily for the leading after the first round. I reckon you'll get some money out of that. But I just feel the 2 gloves is letting him down over the course of 4. He gets the hype, but then after that, it's just going to come off.
I feel like if I was young enough, I'd talk about aura or something. You know what I mean? Just no.
More like sweaty palms. It's
we're not about the aura, are we? Unfortunately,
it's a choice.
I think that's probably about it, boys, isn't it? A little short one this week.
Yeah, that suits me because I feel like my voice is on the downturn.
Yeah, we've kind of run through our topics pretty quick this week, but yeah, half an hour in and out. We've played some golf. You got anything booked in for this week, Craig?
Maybe Sunday. I'm keeping an eye on the weather forecast. Unfortunately, this week the competition is Saturday, and I am otherwise family.
Okay.
So I'm keeping an eye on Sunday, and then we'll see. But like I say, if the weather turns on Thursday, because tomorrow looks glorious. Tomorrow's the day I want to be not working and playing golf, but that ain't going to happen. So we'll see how it goes Thursday, and then we'll find again for Sunday. What about you guys? Dave, getting over that for a while.
No. I wanted to start getting back out, but just not been. Not worked out very well. But I'll see how I feel at the weekend. Maybe get to the range, but got a big trip to Butlins next week for my daughter's birthday. Nice. So
mini golf at least.
Exactly. Yeah. So that'll be my first golf of the year. Go and play that. Yeah.
I'm hopefully going to play 9 tomorrow. Depends on if I can get out with anyone else. If not, I might just go on my own. I'm quite happy golfing on my own.
Why not?
I like golf on my own. It's nice.
Headphones in, podcast on, away you go.
Agreed.
No distractions.
Yeah.
I mean,
this time of year, if you get a nice day this time of year, the course is quite quiet. It's lovely.
When we played Sunday, there was a guy who brought his kid, and his kid was walking the dog whilst he was playing golf. I was like, look at that! What a family day out that is.
Let's do that. Dave, you can buy one of those pushchair golf bags. Maybe that's the way forward.
So I saw one. Someone had one of them recently, and they come running out the pro shop and didn't want to let them on the course a bit. I was like, because I'd thought about getting one of those, but
inclusivity, right?
I think I'll just go with the car seat in the buggy.
That's the way forward. Yeah.
That option.
What we obviously your kids are quite young, Dave. Craig, yours a little bit older. Any sort of chance of getting them into it, golf with you?
I know my son's into it. He has every Saturday morning. He's got his lessons for an hour.
Oh, nice.
It's quite good. I took him out half term last week. I took him out just on a lunchtime. My golf club's like 2 minutes up the road, so we try and do the 9-hole between him and a mate of mine. But the rough was too long. I mean, he's not the longest hitter. It's it's an academy course, so the longest hole is like 125. But if you're not hitting the green, then you're not finding the ball. We kind of thought it was a good idea at the time, and then probably I put him off for golf for probably 6 months now. But he loves his training sessions. He's got a really nice swing. Just trying to get him from not having his feet kind of like penguin outward. I'm trying to get him to level that up because he's all over the shot. But as most dads will know, you can't tell your kids anything. That's why you pay for the golf lessons.
My daughter's 11 and she's been bugging me for weeks now to go to the driving range. And when I only had the one set of clubs, it's like, well, if you smash them, then I'm knackered. But now I've got another set. I've got a spare set now. So
good idea.
Go crack away, mate. Off you go. I'll take it down next week. You have to get yours into it, Dave, when they get a bit older. Get them walking the course.
I don't think
they'll have a lot of choice. Yeah.
Patriots and golf.
There you go.
Yeah, they don't have to put Arsenal. I'm not pushing that on them. But Patriots there. They're already Patriots fans. Definitely going to be golfers, but no.
Nice.
Everything else they can decide.
Let's do a couple of plugs for our socials. You can find us at Forecast Golf Pod on Twitter. Craig, where can people find you?
Yeah, Craig 84. It's on the tag there, so you can see it just in case my accent, my southern accent is confusing you.
I'm
Rospo__. Dave, what about yourself?
At DJG23. Not there. Not there. That doesn't Dave.
Dave, me and Craig predicted this before you came on.
He's not going to put it on. It's our fault.
I'll put it in the YouTube comments. And you can find us pretty much most places. Forecast Golf. We're on most social medias at this point. Just like and follow us, and interact with our posts.
Thanks for all the comments and stuff. Thank
you very much. It's been sort of 10, 11 viewers throughout this, and thank you for commenting. Thank you for watching along. If you just hit that little subscribe button, oh god, I feel like a YouTuber. Like and subscribe, guys. And we'll be back hopefully next week with some reactions to the Cognizant Classic, and as we look forward to sort of the next LIV event and some the Arnold Palmer coming up as well. So until then, it's we'll see you next week. See ya. Ended stream.